What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I got off work pretty early today and heard that the white bass are starting to run on the main river, so I got the boat loaded up. As you can see just how filthy it is from the camping trip video I just filmed, but we should be able to go get on some white bass. I think that going up in some of these creeks we could pick off a few and have some fun. Only one thing, the other day I took this prototype trolling motor out on my kayak. Long story short, I managed to lose my trolling motor battery completely. Like, it is at the bottom of this marina, so I had to come over to Roll King. We're gonna run in here, grab a battery. Hopefully it's got enough charge to do a little quick fishing trip before it dies. We'll test it out before we get on the water though, just to make sure we don't put ourselves in a pretty shitty predicament. But I'm gonna head inside, grab what we need, and we'll get on the water. Well, as you guys saw, we just turned up this little creek, made it to our first spot we're gonna try. We got 3 main lures I'm gonna be throwing today. Starting off with like a little jig head on a 2 or 3 inch chartreuse paddle tail. I got a bunch of different colors as well. The Z-Man chatterheads are another pretty good bait for white bass. And then a lure that I'm really excited to fish are, these things are becoming popular. Maybe you guys have seen them. These little micro glide baits, swim baits. They got one jointed segment. I've been seeing them all over TikTok and YouTube. Really excited to fish this. Some we're definitely gonna throw, but just try to find them. I'm just gonna start off first with this little swim bait. Just realized I forgot my chest mount. Hopefully you guys can hear me all the way over there. Like I said, we're gonna start off with this little chartreuse swim bait. Cast. There's one. Huge white bass. Oh, here we go. First one on the board. Been fishing for a while. Like I said, this is the first one we've gotten about an hour of fishing so far. Stud white bass though. I switched up the colors a little bit, throwing a white little jig head now, right up against the bank. Another big white bass. Nice little chunk. It's got belly on him. Full of little shad about this size. Right into the bite. Another one. Little guy. Quite a bit smaller from the last one, but equally as fat. See, bud. Might be getting on. So the creek we were on was pretty dirty. I just pushed up to a little bit clear creek, and it seems like the bite is picking up. I think it was really a visibility issue. Because I know for a fact that they were in the creek that we were just fishing. I just don't think that they were really able to find this small little paddle tail that easily. one though. Oh, water is so clear. I want to show you guys. Just a little one, chunky. Not a bad size. It's looking like the weather's about to start getting bad, so probably gonna have to call it here soon, but finally just started catching them. Really trying to not go in yet. At least want a few more. There's another one. Baby. Let's see a better one. Sick. There's like fourth or fifth one. This weather is really starting to look pretty bad though, so I don't know how much longer I want to stay out because I still gotta take it out on the main river. But it's another little one. They're all just super fat. So before the weather gets too poopy on us, I want to kind of go over what I'm using to catch these fish, because white bass can be a ton of fun to catch and super easy. You can figure out where they're at, especially for new fishermen or fishing ladies, either one. Like I said, what I'm using is a Z-Man 1/8 ounce jig head on a little 3-inch paddle tail swim bait. But you do not need a bait caster to catch white bass at all. It doesn't make it any easier, unlike bass fishing where there's definitely a lot of situations bait caster can make catching them way easier. For white bass, all you need is a little medium to medium heavy spinning reel like this little Lose I have set up right here. That's normally what I use to catch them on. I just happened to start catching them on the bait I had tied up here. But there is a little thought behind why I'm using this reel. So this is a Shimano Sudica. They're a little outdated now, but still works fine. So it's able to cast these light lures really well. But the main reason I chose this reel is because of the gear ratio. It's only a 6:5 gear ratio, I believe, which forces me to I have a tendency to kind of overfish, and what I'm trying to do is get this bait on the bottom and only bring it up maybe a foot or two off the bottom every single time. So with this super low gear ratio reel, that allows me to do that way easier. I don't have to think about it quite as much as, okay, I'm only bringing it up this much, I'm only bringing it up this much. So I'll pop it up maybe a foot, 2 feet up off the bottom, and on that fall back down is what I'm noticing I'm getting the vast majority of my bites. Also, how I was saying, if you look about how they're staging up at the openings of these creeks, you can see exactly where I am. I am at the opening of another little creek. This water here happens to be way clearer than the water pushing out of there, which is where I was originally fishing. So I think it was kind of a visibility issue on why I wasn't getting too many bites out there, and I pulled up here and just started swacking them. Or it could just be that this is a really good spot, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna try to pick off 1 or 2 more before we head in. That feels like a way better one. Maybe. He's definitely better. Sweet. Not a bad one. First 2 I caught were pretty big. Now I'm starting to catch mostly that size. Not terrible, but I would love a few more big ones. That feels like a little bit better one. Yeah, for sure. That's a nice one. Choke that thing. Stud whitey. Seems like there's a stack over in that hole. Right there by the boat. Sick. Dude, this dude is so fat. Just going around the bank and spotted this gas jug. I've been needing a new gas jug, so I'm gonna see if I can get it. I was pulling the boat up this little tree branch to go to the gas cans and smack the ever-living shit out of my eye with a tree branch. But let's see if we can go grab this thing real quick before the boat floats off. It's brand new. Sweet. Oh, the boat is floating off. Let's back to that. Oh, sweet. Oh, dude. That really hurt. Not even gonna lie. I just checked the weather and it's supposed to start raining like the next hour, and between that and this freaking eye poke, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I had fun. Glad I was able to finally catch some fish for a little bit. I didn't think that wind I was gonna be able to make a video, but I think I can work with the footage I was able to get today. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but I had fun. That's all that matters. I feel like I say that every time, but y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time. Peace. By the way, looks like we made the right call to leave when we did.